Hi everybody, it's Canadian in the Philippines, sharing my retired life in the Philippines. I hope you enjoy this video. What I'm doing is setting out breaking news for travel in the Philippines in February 2023. The President and his staff have been busy working on improving travel numbers, and I want to take you through 10 points that'll cover travel in the Philippines. The Palace has announced new updates affecting all travelers coming into the Philippines, whether you're a tourist from a foreign country or a Filipino based abroad. So please have a watch, stay tuned for the top 10 tips, and I hope you like it, subscribe, and share with your friends. Thank you very much. Number one, the number of visitors in the Philippines as issued by the Department of Tourism, DOT. The DOT numbers for 2022 are from February to December 2022. I'm not sure what happened with the January numbers, but we have 11 months of data. The numbers are 2.65 million people. 2.02 million are from foreign visitors, and 628,000 are from Filipinos based abroad. In comparison, the 2021 numbers, where the travel restrictions were in full effect, were only 163,879 visitors. In 2020, 1.5 million. And the benchmark prior to COVID restrictions in 2019, 8.26 million. So as you can see, we're only about 25% of the pre-COVID numbers. However, the target for 2023 set by DOT is now 4.8 million. That's the most recent update, a target of 4.8 million visitors. So the Philippines is an amazing country. I hope that you come and visit and encourage your friends and family. The economy needs to recover, and your visit will help that. So hopefully we can beat the DOT target and get more than 4.8 million visitors in 2023. Tourism is important for the Philippines. It's dollars for the economy and jobs for the people of the Philippines. Number two, the foreigner VAT refund. President Marcos approved the value-added tax VAT refund program for foreign tourists. This is seen as an effort to boost tourist levels in the country. However, you must know this VAT refund program won't be in place until sometime in 2024. This program will allow foreign tourists to get a refund of any VAT paid. The current VAT is 12% on goods purchased within the Philippines. I don't know if this feature will actually boost tourist numbers. For myself, I've been to Thailand a number of times. Not once have I considered the VAT refund program as a reason for visiting Thailand. The only time I think of the VAT refund program is when I'm in the departure area at the international terminal and see the booth where people can obtain the VAT refund. Other than that, VAT refund is not a big issue in my mind for foreign tourists. They're much more likely to come for other reasons that the Philippines has to offer. The government announced a travel tax on all airline tickets to be added on to your airplane ticket. This is actually a great idea. It's a tax that will be included in your price, so there won't be any surprises. There won't be lineups where you have to go pay it where you didn't know about it and didn't have to pay. It'll be a tax that's paid when you're booking your ticket. The current program, where the tax already exists, is you pay it when you're booking your ticket, or you pay it online before you depart, or you pay it at the airport before you depart, which has happened to me before when I forgot to pay it. And when I went to check in at the check-in counter, I had to go line up and pay my departure tax. However, one of the benefits of the Special Resident Retirement Visa, SRRV, which some of you may know of, I have that now. SRRV holders are exempt from paying departure tax. A shout out to the Philippine Retirement Authority who manages the SRRV program. The government has updated the amounts that will be paid as a tax. For business class travel, it will be 2,700 pesos per ticket. For economy class, 1,620. If you are a minor, 2 to 12 years old, it's going to be $1,350 for business class and $810 for economy class. I've never flown business class, and being a minor flying business class would be a nice thing, I guess. Sana all, as they say here. Also, besides the minors, journalists traveling for business and individuals authorized by the president will be able to take advantage of this lower rate. For OFW spouses and unmarried children of OFWs under 21 years of age, as well as OFW children who have disabilities who are above 21 years of age, there's a reduced rate. The reduced rate is 400 pesos for first class and 300 pesos for economy class. Once again, this tax already exists, but the rates have been clarified as well. It'll be an automatic charge to the ticket, so it'll get rid of some of the bureaucracy. So this is a good thing. Number 4, a new e-visa is to come, and also visa upon arrival program has been expanded. Following what many countries have done for years, the president has announced an e-visa program to be rolled out in 2023. This will make it much easier for foreign visitors and will reduce wait times at immigration when you arrive in the Philippines. Currently, there is a 14-day visa upon arrival issued to such countries as the United States, Australia, Canada, and Europe. The government just announced an expansion, and this will include visitors from China, India, Japan, and South Korea. So if you are from these countries, you will also be available to take advantage of the Visa Upon Arrival program. And once again, the new e-visa, which is announced, will be coming forward in 2023. And this will bring the Philippines in alignment with other countries. It's another great move made by the president. Number 5, visitor priority. The president has announced that he has given trade and other business relations priority for China and India. As part of this, they will be prioritizing travelers from China and India, encouraging them to come to visit the Philippines. Number 6, a new e-travel. I'll provide the link in the description below for this website. It'll be a one-stop e-travel declaration system to combine all information of your immigration, customs, health, and any quarantine measures. However, this has been announced, but it won't be introduced till sometime in February 2023. I checked today, February 1st, 2023, and the app is not yet available. Individuals will be able to complete the app form before boarding their flight or while on board the aircraft. President Marcos noted the importance of digitalization, allowing tourists to fill out the forms while traveling and enabling authorities to ensure security at the borders. This is done in many other countries, so they know the individuals who are arriving at their borders prior to the flight landing. They also noted the One Health Pass, OHP, which was a requirement for travel. I know myself, I flew into Philippines a couple of times last year. I had to have the One Health Pass completed and show at the departure gate when I was flying to the Philippines. This requirement has been waived. The One Health Pass is no longer a requirement. I just looked it up today on Google, and it's still often referred to as a requirement. But just be aware, you no longer need to complete the One Health Pass for coming to the Philippines. Number 7, face masks. Wearing a face mask is now only mandatory in healthcare facilities, medical transport, and public transportation, whether that's by land, air, or sea, when you're in the Philippines. In other settings, the wearing of face masks is voluntary, such as in malls or out on the street. One thing I noticed, I was in one of the local shopping centers today buying groceries. In my observation, about 70% of the people are still wearing masks. From my experience in getting severe COVID in 2021, it's not something you want to get. So wearing a mask is a very prudent thing to do. However, I must admit, I don't do it all the time. However, I'd like to say I will post a video in the future about the cost of medical. I've had my COVID bill as well as a ruptured appendix bill in the Philippines. Healthcare is amazing, but I also want to set out the cost of healthcare, which is like the private system, with a bit covered by PhilHealth for those of you who are covered by the PhilHealth system. But I will set that out fully in a future video. So as I mentioned, the rules with regard to face masks. One thing that was required in the Philippines is face shields. And even after face shields were removed, they were still required for hospitals. However, I can confirm you are no longer required to wear face shields anywhere in the Philippines. Once in a while, you still see someone wearing a face shield as well as their face mask. For me, it was just very uncomfortable to have to wear a shield, but it was part of living in the Philippines. We did it. And even though I had face shield and face mask, I still suffered from COVID, unfortunately, but could have been worse. COVID testing entry requirements. I've recently traveled to Hong Kong, Canada, and Thailand. One of the things that's just now a matter of course, when you're traveling internationally, you need to know the rules. So the rules are, so it's very clear for you for Philippines, for fully vaccinated travelers, any foreign national, there is no need for a pre-departure RT-PCR test. What does a fully vaccinated mean? You've got the primary series of COVID-19 vaccines. All the major vaccines have been approved. And you've also had at least one booster shot. So if you haven't had at least one booster shot, make sure you get your booster shot. It'll save you a lot of trouble. Myself, I've had 2 vaccines and 2 booster shots, and it hasn't been any trouble at all. If you're between ages 12 to 17, you need to be fully vaccinated with the primary series COVID vaccines. There's no requirement for a booster shot. If you're below 12 years old, no vaccination is required if you're traveling with a parent or guardian who has received the complete vaccine requirements. That is 2 vaccine shots and 1 booster. Now, here's where the testing is required. If you're unvaccinated or you're partially vaccinated would be not having both primary COVID shots and not having at least 1 booster shot. You must take a laboratory-based rapid antigen test and receive a negative result within 24 hours prior to departure from your origin country. So if you're flying from Canada through Hong Kong to Manila, you would be required to have that test result within 24 hours of departing Canada, nothing to do with Hong Kong. The time window is in relation to your origin country. The other key factor to pay attention there is it's a laboratory-based test. A lot of people rely on the home-based test. They pick up a test at the pharmacy. These are not suitable for travel. They may be suitable for peace of mind, but they're not suitable for international travel. Myself, I've traveled often and had a number of tests, have had no issues with getting tested. So I hope that clarifies things. If you've got your 2 primary shots and at least 1 booster, as an adult, you will not need to be pre-tested before your departure. The other thing, please carry your vaccination record. That's an important document. I hope this part has clarified things for you, and now you know who needs to be tested and who doesn't need to be tested for entry into the Philippines. Number 9, top visitors to the Philippines by country. In 2019, the last year, pre-COVID, where we had a full year of travel, Korea accounted for 24.08% of visitors to the Philippines. China, 21.1%, United States, 12.89%, Japan, 8.17%, Taiwan, 3.96%, Australia, 3.46%, and Canada, 2.89%. In 2020, where the travel restrictions started in March, Korea made up 22.86%, down slightly from the prior year of 24%. United States, 14.29%, actually rose from 12.89%. China, 11.5%, down from 21.1%. China had severe travel restrictions. It's actually amazing that they made up 11.5% given their travel restrictions in China. Japan, 9.22%, up from 8.17%. Taiwan, 3.28%, down from 3.96%. Australia, 3.73%, and Canada the same, 3.73%. In 2021, the USA came up to first place with 39.33%, significantly higher than their 2020 number of 14.29%. Japan was in second at 15.02%, higher than their previous year of 9.22%. China was at 9.67%, slightly down from the prior year of 11.5. It's actually surprising that China had 9.67% of all visitors to Philippines, considering that China had such severe travel restrictions. India was in at 7.2. Canada was at 6.78. In 2020, they had 3.73. Korea was down to 6.46% of all visitors to the Philippines, and the prior year they were 22.86%. In 2022, the United States remained at top spot with 19.03% of all visitors to the Philippines. However, that fell significantly from the prior year where they were at 39.33. Korea rebounded to 16.13%, significantly higher than their prior year of 6.46%, but still below their 2020 number of 22.6%. Australia was at 5.2%, Canada 4.5%, Britain came in at 3.81%, Japan fell from 15.02% in 2021 to 3.75% of all visitors to the Philippines in 2022. Visitors come from all over the world to enjoy the Philippines. The numbers I provided are the top countries from 2019 to 2022 that have provided visitors to the Philippines. It'll be interesting to see how the numbers for 2023 work out and where the countries rank. In addition, it'll be interesting to see how the government's priority with regard to India and China works out. Time will tell whether those programs were successful and how other countries fared. Number 10, what I'm calling the number one reason to visit the Philippines. First, amazing people in the Philippines. Also, there's beautiful countryside, diverse geography, great tasty food, abundant fruit, vegetables, meat, and fish, varied options of living. You can have an apartment, a condo, or a house. You can live in the city, out in the province, up in the mountains, or even oceanside. And you may be surprised what a great retired life you can have living in the Philippines. And you can use your home in the Philippines as a base while you explore the Philippines and travel around Asia, which has great travel values. In summary, I want to provide you an update on the important travel information with regard to the Philippines as of February 2023. The number of visitors that have come to the country from 2019 and projected for 2023, the new foreigner VAT refund program, the travel tax on airline tickets, the new e-visa to come, as well as the visa upon arrival being expanded, visitor priority given to China and India, the new travel app that will be coming out, rules with regards to face masks and face shields in the Philippines, COVID entry restrictions, as well top visitors by country, and finally, I covered off a number of reasons why you should visit the Philippines. We hope that you come in 2023 and beyond. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed the 10 pieces of information I gave about travel update in Philippines in February 2023. Hopefully you learned something. I hope you enjoy my channel, Canadian in the Philippines. And I'm just learning, but if you do enjoy it, please subscribe, share it with your friends, and comment to let me know what you like, and mention what you'd like me to cover. Thank you for watching. Take care. It's Canadian in Philippines.